Gateway families, just wanted to give you our weekly video update. We've had such a great response since we started doing this that it seems like everybody is much more willing to watch a video than read an email, which I totally get in our culture. So here's a couple minutes just to kind of recap. Wanted to recap first our series, House of Straw. We are now headed into the midweek point. We just covered last week, and Lisa did a fantastic job, and we got to talk about what really is depression, what does it look like from a clinical side, and all of the side effects and things like that. And I wanted to kind of highlight that real quick. She gave a big list of the different things that they look for to diagnose clinical depression, and some of those are a real depressed mood feeling, a decrease in interest in any type of energy, and it can go anywhere from weight loss, severe weight loss, to severe weight gain, to sleeping in or sleeping a lot or not sleeping a little, and all of these things are outside the realm of normal teenager things. Now, we know teenagers sleep, we know teenagers like to eat, we know teenagers sometimes lose interest in things, but it goes beyond that, and it has to impact daily life for a long period of time. 2 weeks is kind of the clinical thing. And there's so many others. There's fatigue, there's feeling worthless, there's sadness, there's can't function thinking wise. There's obviously thoughts of self-harm that kind of go along with it. And so we challenge students to not take it for granted, but also take it with a grain of salt, so that they know, am I sad or am I depressed? And then there's a big difference and a big definition. Or am I just really fidgety because I got nothing to do, or is it something else? And that's where a doctor or a counselor can really help. So we kind of cleared that up and let students know what was going on. We wanted to remind them that depression is not a life sentence. It's not something that they have to deal with for the rest of their life. It's something that they can get help with and conquer. We looked at the story of Elijah, and when you think about Elijah the prophet, you don't think about him being a depressed person. You think about the chariot of fire that he was taken up to heaven in. You think about him calling down fire from heaven to the prophets of Baal. You think about him doing all these amazing things, yet he also struggled with depression. So it's not a life sentence. It's not a punishment or something like that. You can work through these things. I'm really excited this week because we're going to be talking about coping skills. We're going to give students things that they can use to help themselves, to help their friends, to help their family deal with depression, and things biblically that you can do where you can turn to God. And I've used the analogy of the three little pigs, and how the brick house that we can be protected in is God, and we can go and live our lives there. So we're really excited about that. But wanted to give you kind of that real quick recap. So thank you for listening and paying attention. Also wanted to highlight, I'm super excited that our camp signups have started very, very well. We've got 8 students signed up for camp already in July. We're going to Liberty University July 9th through the 13th. You can find that information on fairfieldchristianorg.teens or fairfieldchristianorg/teens. And get the information, get your kids signed up for camp. We're also well in our way on our fundraisers. Our donation wall is doing well. Our very first week of collecting donations from our church family, we collected $831. So that's awesome. God is doing amazing things, and our church family loves our students. We have started heading out our stuff for the golf outing on April 28th, and we want to make sure that you're a part of that. Even if you don't want to go to camp, but you want to support and be a part of the fundraising efforts to help lower the cost of camp, just hit me up and we'll get you the information. Also wanted to remind you about our seating arrangement. We are really, really kind of outgrowing our space. God is doing some amazing things. Students are bringing their friends. They're being connected, and it's an awesome thing. But with that comes the challenges of, okay, we got to rethink our space and rethink our things like that. And so again, if you're willing or able to support, we'd love for you to support in a couple different ways. If you're willing to buy a stool, we're going to rebuild our tables and make it kind of a pub height thing and more of a coffee house vibe down here, and we want to buy stools. They're $25. If you're willing just to buy the stool your kid sits on, that would be an amazing thing. Or if God's blessed you, you can buy a few more. If you're willing to buy a table, we're able to build the tables, and we're spending about $100 on each one of those. Or if you've been just incredibly blessed, maybe you got a little extra money to set aside and you want to be a blessing to somebody else, you can buy a table, and our goal is to put 12 chairs around it, and for $400 you can buy a table and chairs, and we'll be able to continue to grow this ministry and do things in an amazing way. It's cool to outgrow our space in a way that is rapid and going. So we're excited about all that, but I wanted to hit you up and let you know there's a lot of things coming up that we're going to be doing. We're going to be beginning to put together a parent panel. We're going to have a night where Lisa gets an opportunity to talk to you as parents about depression and things like that. So be watching for those things in the near future. We're also thinking about going tubing up at Mad River Mountain. So those things will be coming along your way. Guys, thanks so much for listening. I hope you have a great day. We will see you this Sunday. Bye.